With Tommy DeVito under center and the New York Giants gearing up for their Week 12 matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they got some awesome news, and they got some bad news. But it might be a double dose of good news if you are on Team Tank. So my question to you is this. Do you want the Giants to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I know there's going to be a lot of people on both sides, and I understand both sides. So let me know. Do you want wins or do you want losses? Sound off for me. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by as we react to everything surrounding the New York Football Giants. We're going to start with the good news, then we'll go to the bad news, but the bad news might be good news if you are on Team Tank. Let's start with reinforcements. Kayvon Thibodeaux, number 5 overall pick a couple of years ago, has missed the last couple of games for the New York Giants, the last 5 games due to a wrist injury. But his practice window, his 21-day practice window, has been opened up, and it sounds like he could suit up and play for Big Blue this Sunday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that's good news for a long list of reasons. 1, he's a damn good football player. 2, he's young. We need to continue the evaluation. 3, we need to see him go out there and get better. And 4, it's always nice when you see someone of his caliber get healthy and go out there. And look, he was having a great year in his 3rd year in the National Football League. I thought it was his best year of his career. Maybe the raw numbers don't say that. I know he had a lot more sacks in 2023, but I feel like the tape, the technique, and just the pass rush win ability had been much better so far this year. He's got 2 sacks, 16 QB pressures, 10 QB hurries, 3 tackles for loss, and 12 tackles. But again, it's the fundamentals, it's the tools, it's the ability to layer multiple moves together and win those one-on-one pass rush situations that had me so fired up about Kayvon Thibodeaux and his start to the NFL season. In his rookie year, he had a pass rush win rate of 13.2. Then in 2023, where he had a career-high number of sacks and went down to 10.6, the higher the number, the better. This year, a career-high 17.9% pass rush win rate. It was the highest on the team at the time, and I want to see him get out there, and I want to see the Giants, which their best ability has been getting after the passer, number 1 in sacks last time I checked, and get a full pass rush out there. Pin their ears back, and let's see what the potential of that fearsome foursome can bring. We know Dexter Lawrence is the biggest, baddest dude in the NFL. Brian Burns, in my opinion, is having an unreal season. His ability to win on 3rd and long, on passing downs has been awesome. Last week, he led the National Football League prior to the bye and batted down passes at the line of scrimmage. So he's finding a way to impact the play even when he doesn't get his hands on the quarterback, and he's done that a good bit. Pair him back up with Thibodeaux, and he got 0 and 5 on the ends with 97 in the middle, and he got now Azeez Ojulari rotating in, who filled in and very nicely for Kayvon Thibodeaux, coming off the edge, generating pressure. You guys know I love Ojulari. He's an upcoming free agent. Maybe you got to make a decision on him. Can you afford to pay a luxurious position like Edge 3 when you already have big-time money commanded at DT1, Edge 1, and coming up Edge 2 and Kayvon Thibodeaux? Maybe there's a decision to be made between those two guys. But look, man, I know that the Giants are down and out and they're 2-8, but I am just excited for him to come back. I'm excited to watch this team at full strength. I want to see what the image was and the vision was. 5, 0, 97, and 51 rotating in there. Let's get after Baker Mayfield. Let's have him uncomfortable in the pocket, and let's see that New York Giants pass rush get after it. If you're happy Kayvon Thibodeaux is healthy, hit that thumbs up icon. Even if you want the Giants to lose, I think you should be fired up that a top 5 pick is going to get back to playing football for your team, and you get to see him up close and personal. I'm a big fan of Thibodeaux, and I want to see him continue to develop. Look, if the Giants want to be great, they need some of these first-round picks to be stars. I think Kayvon Thibodeaux's got the best chance outside of Malik Neighbors. Coming up next, the Giants get bad news, but it may be good news if you want to continue to lose games. We'll talk more about that, but first, I got to give a major shout-out to our show sponsor and our proud sportsbook partner, DraftKings. The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney. culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code NIXCHAT. That's code NIXCHAT for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/BBALL.
Shout out to DraftKings, our proud sportsbook partner. Smitty slate for Week 12. Keep in mind, I took these very early in the week, so lines and odds are subject to change on DraftKings. But I got some Road Warriors, Bucs, -5 at the G-Man. I know we'll talk about this more as the video goes on, but I think the Bucs are going to take it to Tommy Cutlets.
Wait till you see the stats.
Maybe my mind will be changed. Pats +7, big spread in the divisional matchup. I think that's a mistake, and Drake May is getting hot. Chiefs -10.5 against the Carolina Panthers. Letdown spot for Carolina. Get up spot for KC after their first loss of the season. You fade Smitty, tail Smitty. Just do it at DraftKings and do it with Nick's chat. Get $200 in bonus bets when you place your first $5 bet.
Shout out to DraftKings, our proud sportsbook partner. All right, the bad news for the New York Giants. Maybe the good news if you don't want to win games and you want to get to that number one pick. Future Hall of Famer Mike Evans is back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He has been practicing this week, and he is expected to give it a go on Sunday against our New York Football Giants. He has missed the last 3 games due to a hamstring injury. And what do you know? He chooses to come back on game day against Big Blue. Mike Evans is one of the best wide receivers of the past 10 years in the National Football League. I think he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. There has not been a season in his NFL career where he's had less than 1,000 yards. And prior to the injury, he was off to another amazing start. In 7 games played, he had just 26 catches for 335 yards, but he had 6 touchdowns. He was dominant in the red zone. He was still unbelievable in one-on-one opportunities. He's a contested catch guy. You can throw it up high. He'll go up and get it. And Mike Evans is going to be the fuel for the tank of this Buccaneers offense. They go as he goes. Baker has been without him, as well as Chris Godwin, some of his top receiving weapons. The past couple of weeks, the stats have dipped. He gets his right-hand man back in Mike Evans. And look, anytime a Hall of Famer is going to play against you, it's going to make it a little bit more tough, a little bit more challenging. So the Giants, they're going to be fighting uphill, and we know their defensive backfield has been bad this year. We know that their pass defense has got torn up. But I'm excited to see Deonte Banks, a guy that is struggling in year 2, former first-round pick, be given an opportunity to guard a blue-chip player, a Hall of Fame guy like Mike Evans. Show me what you got, Deonte Banks. These last 7 games of the year are going to be critical for Banks. I understand it's just year 2, but if Banks is bad down the stretch here, the Giants are going to go into the offseason saying, we don't have a corner on this roster that we can project, visualize, and pencil in as a CB1 down the line, which means they're going to have to address that position and apply more resources, potentially more draft capital to that spot, which could then mean maybe a second contract is not coming for Deonte Banks for the New York Giants. But let's say Banks comes out and shuts down Mike Evans. Banks comes out and plays lights out the rest of the season. You can quickly flip the narrative. I'm rooting for him. The best way for this Giants defense to get good quick is for the players on it to get good quick. And they need guys like Deonte Banks, who they traded up in the first round for, to start performing. Banks, Deonte, Tay, we need you. Go be great. Go do what you do, man. We need you to start improving very quickly, or you're going to have to be maybe not a part of this continuing roster turnover and are a part of this team going forward. The Bucs offense is really good. 28 points per game, top 5 in the NFL, over 360 yards per game, top 7 in the NFL. And Baker has been chucking it all over the yard. He was looking like an MVP candidate prior to the Godwin and Mike Evans injury, top 10 in passing yards per game. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. At least I think the Bucs are going to put up a lot of points. I do. And I also think that the Giants might be able to put up a lot of points. Something we haven't said a lot this year. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is not good. And Tommy DeVito could be the straw that stirs the drink for this offense. Am I expecting them to go nuclear? No. Am I expecting them to look like a completely different team? No. But do I think there are plays and moments that DeVito can execute that maybe Daniel Jones left on the table? Absolutely. And it's not going to be too tough. Like, this is arguably one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Just like it was in Carolina, but Daniel Jones can only put 17 points on them. Bottom 5 in points per game. Bottom 3 in yards per game, and bottom 3 in passing yards allowed per game. Would it be crazy to think that DeVito goes out there with the juice behind him, crowd on their feet, everyone at MetLife Stadium, or everyone that's a Giants fan rooting for him? And how many times have we seen a sudden change, whether it's backup quarterback, interim head coach? For 1 week, that team looks different. Maybe that'll be DeVito and the New York Football Giants this week. Who do you got, though? Who do you got? Type NYG for the Giants, TB for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let me know who you think is going to win the ball game. And make sure you are following me over on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, @MarshallGreen_. Hit me up over there, and let's go Big Blue.